God has it all figured out, and we panic for no reason. We panic. God has it in hand. Sometimes we don't understand why things happen. We have a feeling, that person's not going to show up, or that event partner is not going to do what they're supposed to do. We just have this feeling. We always had that feeling. But, we're going on what is called trust. For whatever reason, their goals don't align with ours anymore, and for that reason, trust is broken. It's not because they want to not do the right thing. It's just it makes sense to them not to do what they said that they would do, because suddenly the cost outweighs the benefits, and that's what happens. And we kind of should have known that from the very start, right? We should have known that that particular person was going to let us down. It was just a matter of time. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. You move on. The thing is that we are always having to figure out whether we are on where what we are doing is actually the right thing to do, whether God is not on the receiving end of our unreliability. And sometimes we start to realize that maybe we are maybe just not doing the right thing when we let God down. It's not nice when we are the ones being let down. But then sometimes we realize that it's us that's letting God down. If we love Him, we should keep His commandments, and yet for whatever reason, we're not keeping His commandments. We're not doing what we set out to do, even when we've made promises that we will. It's so easy, while everything is going right, yay, we're, in essence, fulfilling no side of the obligation. We're basically doing our own thing. When things go bad, we turn to God. God, please help us, and it's sad because we really are not getting it. We don't get it. And when we're on the receiving end of that unreliability, that person that lets us down, we're upset. And it's hard for us to accept, right? It's hard for us to just go, you know what? I get it. I get it. But what can we do? What can we do? So I now realize that we mustn't let God down. We mustn't, as much as possible, let our God in heaven down. We are it feels terrible, but when people let us down, it's pretty much what God feels when we let Him down. It's not on purpose, I think it's back to that trust issue, right? God is unpredictable. We assume God is going to do what He does. Throughout all of humanity, we see this play out again and again and again in every story, from the ancient Greeks, Sumerians even. I mean, go back and you'll see man is like constantly in this place of doubt. And then man turns back and says, God, forgive me, I'm sorry. And then things seem to be okay again. And then man does what man does. Womankind does what womankind does. We lose sight of what the original trajectory was. And so it happens again and again and again. It's a terrible thing. It's a terrible state of affairs. It just shows you how we are of such little faith. We have no desire to keep our word, which is so sad. Of course we want to keep our word, but things get along in our path and they look different. I've just been let down quite badly by somebody, but then I think to myself, you know what? God's got it under control, right? And this is one of the reasons why sometimes I get upset when people don't believe in me, because it's like, why don't they believe in me? I know what I can do, what I can achieve, where I'm going, and yet for whatever reason, they don't have enough faith, enough trust. And I think that's what upsets us so much, is when a partner, when someone in our lives who we believed in so much, we thought, well, they're on the same page, are not on the same page. They're not on the same page at all, right? And that's the issue. That is absolutely the issue. We get saddened by what is happening, very saddened. And we really, man, we really don't get it. We really don't get it. We really don't get it. All right? We really don't get it. You know, what am I trying to say here? We don't get it. We don't get it that we need to have the same level of faith that we desire for ourselves from others. We need to have that same level of faith from our Creator. We need to have the exact same faith. We need to be able to say, you know what? This is where everybody would stop believing in me. This is where everybody would just walk away. You know, in movies, that's what makes movies amazing, right? Is nobody believes in that hero, and then bam, he makes it happen. Bam! He makes it happen. Suddenly, he comes back. He's the hero, right? Because no one believed in him, and he made it happen. He made it happen. And this is exactly what I'm trying to get at. No one believes in you. Bam! You make it happen. Same with God. This is the moment of proof in a movie. This is the moment when all things happen for the intent of His glory, for the revealing of His glory. It doesn't look like anything's happening. Looks like we've just been let down. Looks like God's going to do nothing. And then, bam! All to reveal the glory of God. He makes it come together. And then it's easy for everybody to say, oh, but I knew He was going to do that. I knew God was going to pull through. Well, this is the moment of testing. This is the moment of testing. Do not give up. God is at work. God knows exactly what He is doing. He is totally in control. Totally.